Hey guys, follow-up video to the last video about how to lose a lot of weight, because I've had a couple guys who were 40% plus body fat asking specifically about the steak and eggs diet. Okay, so first of all, let me just say, number one, I'm not a doctor. None of this is medical advice. Talk to your doctor, okay? This is just my experience training, dieting, and helping other people train, helping other people diet, okay? Having said that, assuming that your doctor, says it's a good idea, the steak and eggs diet is excellent, okay, in my experience, for a person who has to lose a whole lot of weight. Real quick, what it is an old school diet from the 70s, okay? It was created by a guy called Vince Gironda, who, like in the 50s, he was a bodybuilder himself. He would lose competitions because he was too ripped, too lean. They didn't want you that defined back then, and the judges would not give him first place, okay? So it kind of gives you an example of how effective the diet is, okay? First of all. Second, this is the guy. When Arnold Schwarzenegger came to America, I think he won like the European Mr. Universe, and then he took second place to Frank Zane in Florida in the Mr. Universe, okay, because he wasn't lean enough, although he was a lot bigger than Frank Zane. Joe Weider sent Schwarzenegger to Vince Gironda to learn how to get ready for a competition, to get his competition diet straight, and this is the diet that Vince Gironda put Schwarzenegger on to get ready for all those Mr. Olympias that he won, okay? So, how does the diet work? Okay, you have 2 meals a day, as many eggs and as much meat as you want in those 2 meals, okay? There's no portion size. You just eat until you're full, okay? And you do not snack in between. It's also called the maximum definition diet. It's also called the meat, eggs, and water diet. All you have is meat and eggs fried in butter, okay? No carbs, okay, in these 2 meals, okay? Breakfast and lunch, lunch and dinner. I usually do breakfast and dinner when I'm on the steak and eggs diet. And you should also take in fiber. So that means if you want to have some broccoli on the side, fine. A green salad on the side, that's fine. Don't put any sauces that have carbs in them, but that is basically it, okay? It's just 2 meals a day, greens and eggs and meat, and drink a lot of water all day. Now, why do I think this diet is so good, okay, for a person who has a whole lot of weight to lose? I already discussed in the last video that it's not just the mechanics of the diet. It has a lot to do with your emotional connection to food, your mental attitude, your long-term game plan. The steak and eggs diet, okay, because it's a low-carb diet, it is a lot easier to stay on than diets with a whole lot of carbs. I've noticed with me, when I had to lose a whole lot of weight, okay, I had to get over my carbohydrate addiction. I had to get over my sugar addiction, okay? And so by going on a low carbohydrate diet, it's like an alcoholic who just stops drinking. If an alcoholic tries to drink, like 1 drink and make sure it lasts all dinner, he's not gonna be able to stop. He has to stop drinking alcohol 100%. And that's the way I was with carbohydrates. That's the way most people are. So by going to a low carb diet, it is a lot more helpful for people who have a problem, who are overweight and maybe addicted to sugar or carbs, okay? So if you want to go on a low carb diet, this is one of the easiest ones. Second, it is easy, okay? You don't have to measure anything. You don't have to calculate anything. You just sit down, eat until your hunger is satisfied. And then once again, at some point later in the day, you have a second meal. You eat until your hunger is satisfied. There's no measuring food. There's nothing. You don't have to take any special supplements, okay? You don't have to take, take any special foods. You don't have to do anything. It's just meat, eggs, and water. It is also great if you're going to be going, if you travel a lot, if you eat out a lot, go out with your friends. Go out to Denny's, IHOP, any kind of a diner. Be careful. Sometimes they'll make like eggs and they'll put flour in it to make the eggs fluffy. So you have to look online to make sure that there are low carbs, are the eggs real eggs, etc. But in general, go out with your friends. Have some bacon and eggs. Don't eat the waffles. Don't eat the pancakes. Don't eat the bread. Don't eat the muffins. Don't eat all the rubbish. But other than that, though, you could go to the same place you're going now and have the same breakfast, lunch, or dinner that everybody else is having. Just don't eat the carbs. It's really easy. Like I said, if you're traveling trucker, businessman, salesman, if you eat on the road a lot, if you eat out a lot, it's a really easy diet to stay on, okay? I love this diet when I go on like a seminar or something like that. I'll just have like bacon and eggs for breakfast. I'll have maybe, like a hamburger patty for dinner. That's all, you really need to do. Okay. So, it is really good on this diet, okay, because you're never hungry, okay? Fat stays with you. Fat slows your digestion. If you eat a huge fat meal, you'll be digesting it all day. You won't get hungry. You won't lack energy. You won't have any of these problems associated with a low fat diet. I mean, the old joke about eating Chinese food and being hungry 20 minutes later is true. It's white rice, it's white noodles, it's a lot of sugar in those sauces. It's mostly carbs, mostly sugary carbs. So if you eat that, you burn it up real quick and you're hungry again, okay? Whereas, like I said, if you eat a bunch of fatty meat, you'll be fine. For hours and hours and hours, you're not gonna be hungry in between, okay? So I think that the steak and eggs diet or the meat, eggs, and water diet is an excellent diet, assuming your doctor says it's okay, not medical advice. I think it's an excellent diet for somebody who has to lose a lot of weight. And another thing that I spoke about in the last video is how you need to change your life, okay? You cannot diet, lose weight, and then I can't wait until I eat a pizza again. You need to find a diet that you can live with forever, okay? So the steak and eggs diet, I love eating eggs. I love eating meat, okay? If you go onto like more of after you lose weight, go onto more of like a traditional ketogenic diet, like I said, I love eating, omelets. I love eating, sauces and, stuff like that. So like I said, it's a diet that you could really enjoy. All you have to do is, instead of thinking, oh my God, I wish I could eat pizza, I wish I could eat cake, think to yourself, oh my God, I'm so happy I could eat meat. I'm so happy I could eat cheese and sauces. So like I said, the steak and eggs diet was my first experience with a low carb diet. Okay, it was a great experience. And I really do recommend it to somebody who has a problem, who's very overweight, okay? The one thing that I do say, however, for somebody who has to lose a lot of weight is there are refeeds, okay? Carb refeeds in the steak and eggs or the, meat, eggs, and water, the maximum definition diet, okay? Vince Gironda was training bodybuilders. They had to be like ripped. They had to be like full of glycogen. Their muscles had to pop when they got on stage. So he would have them eating a meal of carbohydrates every couple days, okay, just to refill the muscle glycogen. He would have a lot of the guys in the 70s. I mean, look at Rick Drayson's channel. He talks a lot about that, the old diet of the 70s for bodybuilders. He said that everybody would basically just take a day. Like Saturday, they just eat a bunch of carbs on that day, and that would be it for the whole week. Do not do this if you're addicted to carbs. Do not do this if you're trying to lose weight. Okay, that is like a performance or an appearance diet. If you're just trying to lose weight, like I said, all it is meat, eggs, and water, 2 meals a day. Drink a lot of water in between, but do not snack in between. And like I said, it's an easy diet to fit into any lifestyle, and easy to eat on the go, easy to get the food, easy to figure out, not a lot of calculating, and it will get you great results if you just stick to those couple simple rules.